This is a LibriVox recording. All LibriVox recordings are in the public domain. For more information or to volunteer, please visit LibriVox.org. Reading by Kristen Hughes. Ballads of a Bohemian by Robert W. Service. Book 4, Winter, Part 1. The Somme Front, January 1915. There is an avenue of noble beeches leading to the chateau, and in the shadow of each glimmers the pale oblong of an ambulance. We have to keep them thus concealed, for only yesterday morning a Taube flew over. The beggars are rather partial to Red Cross cars. One of our chaps, taking in a load of wounded, was chased and pelted the other day. The chateau seems all spires and towers, the glorified dream of a Parisian pastry cook. On its terrace figures in khaki are lounging. They are the volunteers, the owner-drivers of the corps, many of the men of wealth and title. Curious to see one who owns all the coal in 2 counties proudly signing for his sou a day, or another who lives in a Fifth Avenue palace, contentedly sleeping on the straw-strewn floor of a hovel. Here is a rhyme I have made of such an one. Priscilla. Jerry McMullen, the millionaire, driving a red meat bus out there. How did he win his croix de guerre? Bless you, that's all old stuff. Beast of a night on the Verdun road, Jerry stuck with a woeful load, stalled in the mud where the red lights glowed. Prospect, devilish tough. Little Priscilla he called his car, best of our battered bunch by far, branded with many a bullet scar, yet running so sweet and true. Jerry, he loved her, knew her tricks, swore she's the beat of the best Big Six, and if ever I get in a deuce of a fix, Priscilla will pull me through. Looks pretty rotten right now, says he, hanged if the devil himself could see. Priscilla, it's up to you and me to show 'em what we can do. Seemed that Priscilla just took the word, up with a leap like a horse that's spurred, on with the joy of a homing bird, swift as the wind she flew. Shell-holes shoot at them out of the night, a lurch to the left, a wrench to the right, hands grim gripping and teeth clenched tight, eyes that glare through the dark. Priscilla, you're doing me proud this day. Hospital's only a league away, and honey, I'm longing to hit the hay, so hurry, old girl. But hark! Howl of a shell, harsh, sudden dread. Another, another. Strike me dead if the Huns ain't strafing the road ahead so the convoy can't get through. A barrage of shrap, and us alone. 4 rush cases. You hear 'em moan? Fierce old mess of blood and bone. Priscilla, what shall we do? Again it seems that Priscilla heard. With a rush and a roar her way she clears. Straight at the hell of flames she steers, full at its heart of wrath. Fury of death and dust and din, havoc and horror. She's in, she's in. She's almost over. She'll win, she'll win. Woof, crump, right in the path. Little Priscilla skids and stops. Jerry McMullen sways and flops. Bang in his map the crash he cops. Shriek from the car, Mon Dieu! One of the blessés hears him say, just at the moment he faints away, "Reckon this isn't my lucky day, Priscilla. It's up to you." Sergeant raps on the doctor's door. "Car in the court with couche 4. Driver dead on the dashboard floor. Strange how the bunch got here." "No," says the doc, "this chap's alive. But tell me, how could a man contrive, with both arms broken, a car to drive? Thunder of God, it's queer." Same little blessé makes a spiel. Says he, "When I saw her drive a reel, a strange shape leapt to the driving wheel and sped us safe through the night." But Jerry, he says in his drawling tone, "Rats, why Priscilla came in on her own. Bless her, she did it alone, alone. Hanged if I know who's right." As I am sitting down to my midday meal, an orderly gives me a telegram. Hill 71, Tout couché. Send car at once. The up-tilted countryside is a checkerboard of green and gray, and except where the groves of trees rise like islands, cultivated to the last acre. But as we near the firing line all efforts to till the land cease, and the ungathered beets of last year have grown to seed. Amid rank unkempt fields I race over a road that is pitted with obus holes. I pass a line of guns painted like snakes and drawn by horses dyed khaki color. Then soldiers coming from the trenches, mud-caked and ineffably weary. Then a race over a bit of road that is exposed. Then, buried in the hillside, the dressing station. 2 wounded are put into my car. From hip to heel one is swathed in bandages. The other has a great white turban on his head, with a red patch on it that spreads and spreads. They stare dully, but make no sound. As I crank the car there is a shrill, screaming noise. About 30 yards away I hear an explosion like a mine blast, followed by a sudden belch of coal-black smoke. I stare at it in a dazed way. Then the doctor says, "Don't trouble to analyze your sensations. Better get off. You're only drawing their fire." Here is one of my experiences. A casualty. That boy I took in the car last night, with the body that awfully sagged away, and the lips blood-crisped, and the eyes flame-bright, and the poor hands folded and cold as clay. Oh, I've thought and I've thought of him all the day. For the weary old doctor says to me, he'll only last an hour or so, both of his legs below the knee blown off by a bomb. So lad, go slow, and please remember, he doesn't know. So I tried to drive with never a jar, and there was I cursing the road like mad, when I hears a ghost of a voice from the car. "Tell me, old chap, have I copped it bad?" So I answers no, and he says, "I'm glad." "Glad," says he, "for at 22 life's so splendid, I hate to go. There's so much good that a chap might do, and I've fought from the start, and I've suffered so. 'Twould be hard to get knocked out now, you know." "Forget it," says I. Then I drove a while, and I passed him a cheery word or two, but he didn't answer for many a mile. So just as the hospital hove in view, says I, "Is there nothing that I can do?" Then he opens his eyes and he smiles at me, and he takes my hand in his trembling hold. "Thank you, you're far too kind," says he. "I'm awfully comfy. Stay, let's see. I fancy my blankets come unrolled. My feet, please wrap 'em. They're cold, they're cold." There is a city that glitters on the plain. Afar off we can see its tall cathedral spire, and there we often take our wounded from the little village hospitals to the railhead. Tragic little buildings, these emergency hospitals. Town halls, churches, schools. Their cots are never empty, their surgeons never still. So every day we get our list of cases and off we go. A long line of cars swishing through the mud. Then one by one we branch off to our village hospital, puzzling out the road on our maps. Arrived there, we load up quickly. The wounded men make no moan. They lie, limp, heavily bandaged, with bare legs and arms protruding from their blankets. They do not know where they are going. They do not care. Like livestock they are labeled and numbered. An orderly brings along their battle-scarred equipment, throwing open their rifles to see that no charge remains. Sometimes they shake our hands and thank us for the drive. In the streets of the city I see French soldiers wearing the fourragère. It is a cord of green, yellow, or red, and corresponds to the Croix de Guerre, the Médaille Militaire, and the Legion of Honor. The red is the highest of all, and has been granted only to 1 or 2 regiments. This incident was told to me by a man who saw it.